Hi, this is Pat. Welcome to my channel. As well as enjoying some hand sewing and machine sewing, I also tend to sometimes buy vintage sewing goodies. And this is a box I just received that I had bought online, and I thought I would let you see as I go through it some of the things that are in here. It's a bit of a mess, as you can see, because they just kind of threw all the threads in together, so I don't know if I'll record all of this. This is some old thread. This is cardboard. I will test it by just seeing if I can break it. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to use that. I might use it in some slow stitching. Probably, I don't know if I would trust it to, I don't know what that is made of. I don't know if I would trust it, sew garments. But okay, this is interesting. It's two little wooden shoes from Holland. This one seems to be a pin cushion. Let me see if I can get this untangled. You never know what you're going to find in these. Sometimes there's some interesting little tidbits that can be used. I'm not sure what the other side was for. I don't know what you would keep in there. If you know, leave me a comment below and tell me, is that where I keep my thimble, maybe? I'm not sure, but those are cute. Or they could just be hung on the wall to just, as cute little doodads. Of course, there are needles. Oh, here's another one inside of there. There's a lot of needles, and there's nothing wrong with these. They're not rusted, and a needle threader. Sorry if that's a little bit shiny. Happy Home Rust-Proof Needle Book. 85 assorted gold dye needles and threader. Of course, a lot of the needles are gone out of that one. But these are neat, and even, I can use the needles. You can also use these if you do junk journals or other type of art. You can put them in shadow boxes. They're pretty neat. Let's see what else I got over here. Oh, some hook and eyes. They're vintage. 12 hooks, 12 standard eyes, 2 invisible eyes. All those look the same. Some of them are used. Rust, never. These hooks and eyes are brass and will not iron, rust any garment or fabric. Some hooks and eyes are made of iron and are likely to rust. Get your money's worth buying DeLong. And I can't tell. Oh, this was sewn onto the back. Okay, so we'll put those aside. There are some, I think I saw 2 of these. I know nothing about soccer, so I don't know what NHPAA is. But there's a couple of those. There's pin and snap shoulder strap guards. Pin to shoulder seam of dress, I guess with this little safety pin. Near neck, snap ends around shoulder straps. Oh, so it keeps your bra strap or this unsnaps. It keeps your bra strap or your slip strap from slipping. That's neat. 10 cents. I don't know what. It's like a bow. Maybe it went to some. I don't know. It looks cut. I'll probably just trash that. It's polyester feeling, or maybe they were just using it to keep this silver thread on there. What do we have in the little box? A little sewing kit from the Kapalua Bay Hotel and Villas. And little band-aids. And a little emery board. Oh, that's cute. If you're wondering why I have a band-aid on in most of my videos lately, is a few months ago I smashed the end of my finger, and it killed the fingernail. And now the fingernail has grown out enough, it's starting to come off, and I want to keep the nail bed clean and also not take the risk of the nail being caught on something and ripped off my finger. Or thread. That's pretty strong. We'll put that aside. Here's some other type of patch. I'm going to try to get stuff out of here and untangle the thread later. A lot of the thread may get cut, just because at some point I'm going to be, oh, sorry, not to the camera. New Hope, 1984, New Hope Park and Rec. I guess that's an iron-on patch for somebody playing baseball. I'm going to put that with the soccer patches. A little wooden spool of thread that just snaps right off. So yeah, that thread's not, I'm not going to sew with that. But the wooden spool is nice. A big mending patch that's denim looking for, let's see, you iron this on. Ideal for craft cutouts. Just iron on. $1.10. Let's see what else I have in here. Oh, there's obviously this big thing of lace right here, which, you know, looks like it's in pretty good shape. That's a big spool of lace. We'll use that in some slow stitch projects. I can use it just as is, or I can tea dye it, or do some other, or dye it some other color. I'm assuming it's polyester, but I can figure out a way to dye it. There's quite a bit here. So it's 10 cents and then 29 cents. Got snaps. Rest. Never. 10 cents. Somebody used 2 of them. Another needle book. Another Happy Home needle book. Quite a few needles in there. There's this another needle book. Oh, look at Compliments of A&P Food Store. That's neat. And still has the needle. I always have a hard time using those. I've never been successful with them. Maybe I just used them wrong. Some big darning needles. Another little mending book. Moisten, stop, run, stick, apply to both ends of run. Oh, this mends your stockings. That's nice. It's sort of like the old matchbook style. I put that with the sewing kits. Okay. Oh, these are always handy to have. This one's 39 cents from White. They cost a couple of dollars now, but it was made in Japan. Cleveland, Ohio has a zip code, so we know it was after the 60s or later. Tracks dirt and lit like a magnet. As someone who also cleans sewing machines, this is handy to have. Everybody should have these to keep your sewing machine nice and handy. I think that's, I don't know if that's a magnet. Do homework. Put that over there with the stickers. Hotel Riviera Las Vegas sewing kit. There we go. I don't travel much, so I don't know if they still give these out when you travel or not. More snaps. Oh, some black shoulder strap guards. That's really, I might use some of those. A whole bunch of thread. What is this? This is iron-on tape for permanent press fabrics, decorating, mending sheets, curtains, and tablecloths. It was $1. Gives you the instructions on the back. I was looking to see if there was any date. It does have a UPC symbol, so I know it's a little bit newer. Those started showing up, I guess, in the 80s. So that could be handy for iron-on. A gift from Family Circle for your sewing circle. Compliments of Family Circle. Another set of needles. Another, whoever used these, never used the needle threader. Much like myself. But yeah, these needles are great, and they're 70 gold dye needles with threader. They're good needles. So I should be set needles for a very long time. I think I have some of these. This is sorted repair needles. These are nice to have. That curved needle can be used for a lot of different things. Oh, that's a huge needle eye on that one. Book binding. Oh, that could be good for, I have been doing some on, binding my own books for junk journals. tents, deck, chairs, and canvas, book binders. Oh, that's sacks and packing, the bent one. Fur coats, gloves, leather. There's a piece of thread in there. I'm going to take that out. Some more needles. I don't know if you can see that. Size 3 hook and eye. I don't think I sew much anymore that uses a hook and eye, but I could use them on on slow stitch journals. Couldn't think of what I wanted to say. Buttons, extra buttons. This came with some clothing. One nice little button. More buttons. Put those over there. Some type of sewing machine, but is that just the cover for it? Because it looks like I've never seen one. I've never seen this. So, oh, I think I can pull it out. Oh yes, it's a hem foot, a rolled hem foot. It looks like a low shank, and so I will definitely put that aside for. I've never seen this type of little contraption here, but I'll put that aside for some of my sewing machines. Another coat of arms needles. Quite a few there. They have a gold eye. I don't think that's rust. I think it's just a gold eye. These are sharps for plain sewing. Oh, the different types that are available. I don't know which ones are these. It doesn't say. Are those sharps, I think? Where fine needles have been made for many generations. Okay, here's a little packet of different things. We've got a little bit of mending thread. Oh, that little envelope's going to tear up. Oh, a little toggle as a fastener. That would be cute on a junk journal or slow stitch journal. This is some kind of fabric that came, our hand knit collection, produced exclusively for Casual Corner. So here's a little extra yarn to help you, if you needed to repair your sweater. That's neat. Let me put these over somewhere. Pantry Pride, more needles. This one has somebody's name on it, Matt L. I hope Matt did learn to sew and used his needles. Maybe Matt's the one who played soccer and baseball. 2 covered hooks and eyes. It only has, no, there's just one left. It's a complete set though. So that would also look good on a junk journal, stitch journal. Hang on to those. More buttons. Oh, was there anything else in this envelope? There, the envelope's torn. And another little bit of thread. That's nice to have. I'm reaching out of frame at times. This is seam binding, navy. That can be used for, this is fine rayon. Another bit of thread for some sort of sweater. Color 35, purple. So extra thread for that. More snaps. Tack up your troubles and smile, smile, smile. As you sew, sew a smile. Isn't that punny? A nice little sewing kit. Sorry about my arm going in front of you. More needles, or a needle. These were tapestry needles. There's no needles in there. Maybe I'll find the needles later. Maybe I just have the cover. More snaps. Ooh, big buttons. Let's see if I can get this unhooked. I may need to have some scissors handy. I think I do. Yes, I do. Let's get my scissors. 2 large buttons with a nautical symbol on them, a hook and anchor. 1¼ inch. Those are nice. Nice little buttons to use for something. I see more snaps over here. Little sew-on snaps. Stevens Tours package headquarters for Miami Beach, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Bahamas. Is this a sewing kit or is this a... Oh yes, ooh, look at that. Little piece of wool for the pins and needles, and look how the thread is woven together. And it shows you how to pull one thread of color desired for home, office, and travel. See this, I may just leave it like it is and put it in a journal of some sort, because that's pretty nice looking. And I don't know how good the thread is. I don't know if it's, you know, it may be so old it's not worth trying to sew with. US, made in the US. That's, all right, so that was a nice little giveaway. That's, I already looked at that. Of course, a plastic measuring tape. A seam ripper that looks a little rusty there. And that was also Matt Bell's. So it looks like someone named Matt learned to sew probably in the 80s, and that's probably his patches over there. I hope his mother made him learn how to sew on his patches. A bobbin. I will need to look at my bobbin chart to figure out which style this is, if it's a 15 or a 66. But it looks like it's in good shape. More needles, sharps. Oh yeah, that's those. I've already looked at that. Let's see what else we got here. Solid head steel thumbtacks. Oh, those are nice. Put those aside. A lot of this left is thread. So, oh, here's another sewing gadget. Sewing machine accessory, I should say. It is, it's a sewing guide. So you attach that to your back of your foot, and then you measure how far this goes from your foot so you can sew parallel straight lines. Again, I'll have to figure out which machines that will work on. And this is some inexpensive polyester thread, but it's new. Oh, here's darning thread, darning cotton, which is, yeah, it kind of breaks, but it's for darning. I mean, that's what it's for darning. It's not just going to be just holding one seam together. But that's a little cardboard carton it's on. I think I saw another one. Yeah, this one is also darning cotton, and it's on a bigger spool, a bigger little cardboard container. This is like tatting thread. No, I guess it's sewing thread. It's pretty, or maybe it's more darning thread because there's 2 strands here. It's pretty thin. Huh. Let me set that to the side. Now this is also, okay, maybe that's darning cotton because this is darning cotton. 4 ends, 2 ply, plain finish. There's a little something on them. Oh, that just happens to have fallen in there, a button. And then this is also darning cotton in a black, which I can use that. Oh, and here's a brown. I can use that in slow stitch. There's no reason why I can't. I can either put it down and stitch over it, or I can use it for the actual stitching. I'm trying to get that yellow thread away. And here's another brown. So I've got 4 with that size. More hooks and eyes. Guaranteed by Good Housekeeping. Rust, never. again, a little covered button that probably came with a blouse. Let's see what else I have here. A thimble. Oh, that's a large thimble. Which I don't have large hands, but most thimbles seem to be smaller than that. Well, it's a nice looking thimble. It feels like it's pretty good quality. And another seam ripper. That one looks in good shape. Seam rippers do get dull after time, so they are handy to have extras around. Another little button that came with somebody's clothing. I do have some of these little wooden spools. Like I said, I mean, the thread may not be great, but, and this one is discolored and stained, but the spools can be used. It can be displayed, or I can make little stitch scrolls, slow stitch scroll to wrap it around these. So those are pretty interesting. Oh, but I have a lot of this that's on cardboard, I guess. It's hard, but it looks like layers of cardboard. And this, I don't think the thread, see, the thread breaks. And so I don't know how much of that I really want to use. So I'll sort out, I think that's, oh, what is this? Oh, sewing machine needles, size 14. They're still in their little foil package that these used to come in. So those are still usable. And let's see, plastic button, more button and thread that came with an article of clothing. Some more little wooden spool. Oh, that's a cute little wooden spool. It looks like it's shaped like a little barrel. Again, I don't think I'm going to use the thread, but I have a jar that I put a lot of the wooden spools in. I think a lot of us do. And just for decorative purposes. So this one is, okay, I can't read that, but there's some of these. Another one with that same shape. If anyone can read that and tell me what it says, please let me know. Leave a comment below for me. Some of this tangled up thread, I am not trying to save it. That's quite picked and rather odd. This little wooden spool looks like somebody chewed on it or got chipped. Yeah, I'm just cutting a lot of this off. There's a piece of gold cording. You'll probably use that for something. Here's some more kind of gold cording. Or some of this, oh, that's pretty and sparkly, that I can couch that down on some slow stitch if I wanted to have something that adds sparkle. Here's a couple of needles stuck in this spool of thread, which again, this is like on cardboard and the thread seems really thin and fragile. So I don't know what I'm gonna, those may get tossed. This feels like silk thread. I may be wrong, but it's very shiny. And I was looking to see if I think it's just a mercerized. I can't tell. I'll keep that one separate because it feels different. This one's also kind of shiny looking. I don't know how old these are. They're on this cardboard. Oh, here's another cute little wooden spool. For those of us who remember those from days gone by, and as a child I got to play with those. We used to use them as toys. Another one, another tiny one. And again, I mean, I could take the thread off and I could glue it together to make something, or I can leave the thread on there and throw it in my big jar full of, here's some with orange thread, kind of dusty. So I think that's all that's left is bits of I may have to try to go look that up. I don't know. Is that what language that is? Is that Russian? I don't know. And just cut this big tangle here. And here's like a little wad of silvery thread that honestly, I'm never going to use that. I don't like working with metallic thread. It always gives me problems. I will probably just toss that. Here is thread wrapped around a piece of cloth. I don't think there's anything in there. I think she just used the piece of cloth, the scrap piece of cloth, to wrap her spare thread on it. And I think that's everything. This wasn't a huge box. Sometimes I get finished sewing patterns. There's another little plastic button. So I will try to look this up. I'll sort this out and decide what I'm going to do with it. There are a few things of Coats and Clark here that don't look way too old that can be used for basting or test stitching, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's just, I'm going to cut that off. And there's a big thing of that brown thread. And I think that's all. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing what I've got here, and wish me well as I untangle this mess. Oh, here's some more metallic thread that, again, she just wrapped it around. I say they wrapped it around a little piece of fabric. And there's more Coats and Clark. But I don't remember what I paid for this. But, oh, another thimble. Another somewhat large thimble. So maybe this all did belong to a man. Maybe that's who Matt Bell, maybe he was, because these are rather large thimbles. Oh, this one's beautiful. I don't know if you can see the intricate detail there on it. It's a little bit older. It's a size 11. If you can see inside. I don't know if you can see in there or not. But it's a size, there we go. It's an 11. Isn't that beautiful? It's too big for my finger. But it's an interesting thimble to display. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Coming up, I'm going to have some more videos of slow stitching and some other projects I'm working on, repairing my great-grandma's quilt that will continue, and some other sewing projects. So please click the subscribe button click on notify so you'll know when I've posted. Thanks. Have a good day.